Hello and welcome back to Chance Myanmar. We are going to get started with Unit 3. Are you ready? We are going to focus on writing. This is often one of the most difficult things for students of English. We are going to have a look at CV writing, structuring business emails, writing reports, and writing emails. Let's get started. Let's get started with CV writing. This is one of the most important things that you're going to have to do. You know, big companies, they advertise their products and their services. Well, you need to advertise yourself, and you have to do that on paper. In order to get that interview, they need to like what they see on your CV or your resume. Resume is American English and curriculum vitae is British English. So, let's have a look at the stages of writing a winning CV. So, how long do you think an employer takes to look at your CV? Which option do you think is correct? Well done. If you answered A, 30 seconds is all someone will spend on your CV. That's not a lot of time. And if you think about all the CVs that a recruiter will receive, it's a big, big competition. And this is why you need to know how to write a winning CV. So let's have a look at a basic format of a CV. I want you to get your notebooks ready because you're going to take some notes. You ready? As you will have seen on the example, your CV will start with a heading at the top of the page. It should be in the center. So what is included in the heading? Well, it's your personal information. You need to use your full name, your formal name, no nicknames, your full address, your phone number, and your email address. The next part on your CV is the objective. Now, you may also see this called the career objective. This is about what you're seeking, and it's one of the most important things because remember, an employer will take 30 seconds looking at your CV. If your objective's not good, they're going to scrumple it up and throw it away. So what is it that you want? What are you seeking? You need to say this in one sentence. Let's take a look at some examples. So, seeking position as an administrative assistant to leverage organizational skills and research skills to support internal and external communication. Really nice. This is what you want to do. And it also shows how you can add to the company. Another one, seeking to deliver project management excellence to the company that you are hoping to work for. If you don't know the company, if you're applying to a lot of positions, then use something more general. But remember, each job that you apply for, you should be tailoring your CV for each one. The next part on your CV is education. You need to specify the dates and the university that you attended. If you have graduated already, then you need to say what degree you got. And if you've not graduated yet, you need to say what you expect to get. You may have some relevant courses. You can list this as a subsection on your CV. This will be a list of classes that are relevant to the job that you are hoping to get. The next point is experience. This is where you talk about your work and employment history. So this is the jobs that you've done in the past. You need to start with the most recent employers first, and you need to talk about the location, the dates, and job title. After education, you are going to move into experience. You may see this called work history or employment history. So this is about the work that you have done in the past. You need to start with the most recent experience first. You need to write about the location, the dates that you were employed there, and your job title. Remember, employers may not know what your job entails, so you will need to write 2 one-line descriptions of your duties. Do not use I to start these. You need to start with some action verbs. So for example, planned, created, developed. We're going to look at these in more detail later. You may decide to include a summary of qualifications. Now, don't get confused. You've already listed your qualifications. A summary of qualifications are points that are more relevant to the job that you are applying for. So this is about your achievements, and it gives the person reading your CV an idea of the things that you can do on the job. So let's take a look at these examples. Number 1. Received 94% positive customer rating for conveying product features and benefits. If I read that on your CV, I might hire you on the spot. Number 2, scored 38% higher than average customer retention for all call-ins. And finally, developed 200 plus graphic design projects to include brochures, catalogs, and presentations. These are really, really nice. Think about what you have achieved and list them on your CV. This is going to help win you that interview. Finally, references. Now, you don't always have to list them on your CV. You can always say references are available on request. And this means if they like the look of your CV and they give you a call, they will usually ask for your references. Now, you need to make sure that you prepare 2 to 3 references, both professional references. So this could be bosses, colleagues, and then you need to have 2 to 3 for character. This could be your friends, it could be your university lecturers, anything you like, but they will talk about your personality. The most important thing here is to ask permission. Nobody wants an unexpected call asking about your character or your previous work. You need to create a separate list of references, include name, address, employer, job title, and contact information. And when you've got the permission, you can send it off, and you can even take this one to an interview with you. Let's take a look at some tips for your CV writing. Number 1, perfection. Before you send your CV off, it has to be perfect. You need to make sure that you proofread. Give it to friends, give it to family, get them to check it. Your grammar needs to be right. Your spellings need to be great. Check, check, check. 1 page. Try to limit your CV to only 1 page. Remember, when somebody starts to hire, they're going to have possibly thousands of CVs coming in. They do not have time to read 5 pages of your work history. Limit it down to just 1 page. You need to have 1-inch margins and a 10-point font. Do not overuse italics and underlining and bolds. Be careful with those. If you have little work experience, you need to go into some detail about other things that you've done. Perhaps you've done some voluntary work or you've done something else in the community. Focus on that. You need to tailor your objective. Remember, every time you apply to a job, there's going to be something different with them. This needs to be reflected in your objective. Number 6. Tell the truth. If you don't have experience in doing something, do not lie. What's going to happen if you get the job? And you need to start your descriptions with action verbs. You've looked at those. You have homework on those, and I will be checking in our live sessions. Before you leave, I am going to give you some homework. Remember the list of action verbs? Well, there should be some there that are applicable to you. I want you to find some words that you do not know the meaning of, and I want you to research the meaning. I would also like you to find some synonyms. This is how you will grow your vocabulary. We will be checking these in the live sessions. So thank you for coming to this class, and I hope to see you in the next. Well done.